Hello. How is everybody tonight? Hello, hello. Thank y'all for being here with me on this Sunday evening. Let me make sure I'm coming through loud and clear. Evening. I am indeed. I'm not sure how long this stream is going to last. I'm not feeling very well tonight, but gonna just gonna do it. Gonna do it live. Felt like hanging out with y'all, so we're gonna do it. And yeah, hope everybody has had a good weekend. It's June. It's finally June. We're getting into the summer. Jeremy's birthday is 3 days away, so mark your calendars. June 4th, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Jeremy's birthday stream. It's going to be fun. Let me see. Who have I got with me here so far tonight? We've got Tyler here. What's up, Tyler? We got Tony here. We got Derek here. Got Oracle here. Jessica Biel was, yes, she was quite memorable in the Chainsaw remake, that is for sure. We've got Hillbilly Tech here. Got Sterling Archer here. Do you keep your 4K separate from your regular Blu-rays? No. I don't segregate them that way. We got Facci Cinema here. What's up, man? How you doing? Going to be on Mr. Facci's channel here on the, I believe it's the 3rd, right, Matt? We're going to be talking about some Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. Got Richard C. here. Movie Fan is here. Joe Reese is here. Mark Balboa is here. Any relation to that boxer guy, Mark? Haddonfield Mascot is here. It's been a while. Happy to make this one tonight. Hope everyone is doing well. Yes. Happy to have you here. My old pal Swaggy's here. My old pal Horror Orban is here. Drum Smash is here. It's going to be another great stream tonight. Happy birthday, Jeremy. Yes. Eric is here. Frito Pie Summer continues. Cool. I got Dark Hawk Mark here. Yes, indeed. Justin is here. Agent Redgrave is here. We got Games versus Adam with us over on Twitch. We got the Real Feels podcast here. How you doing, Drew? Thank you. Keely is here. Dalton is here. Monster B is with us. My pal Dream Emulator's here with us tonight. What's up, sir? Just got back from watching Mission Impossible. Yeah, anybody seen the new Mission Impossible movie? This is supposed to be the last one, right? Gosh, that series has been going on since like mid-90s? Somewhere in that neighborhood? Guy Tor is here. Super stoked to talk. A New Beginning Tuesday night. Yeah. What's up, Al? Brian Trash is here. My Ruin is here saying aloha. Well, aloha, my friend. Got Frank's Media and Reviews here. I did an interview on Frank's channel that was posted on Friday. If you guys missed that, you should definitely go check it out over on Frank's channel. I had a great chat with him. 96. That was when the first Mission Impossible. 96. Damn. I don't remember I think the only ones I've seen in their entirety are parts 1 and 2. Those are the only ones I've seen in their entirety. So, loved your stream from 5 years ago or so showing your Blu-ray collection. Any chance of an updated collection stream one day? I think that's a very good possibility, Dan. I think that's a very good possibility. Yes, it'd be a much longer stream, that is for sure. Or a very long video. So, we'll see. New EMI was fantastic. IMAX experience as you'd expect. However, overall bottom half of the franchise ranking. Really fun nonetheless. Okay. Piz, did you hear about the lawsuit that happened to the gas station? I went yesterday and they said they can't have TCM stuff anymore. What? The van, truck, or anything TCM was gone? Really? I hadn't heard that. Wow. That is weird. I hadn't heard that. I'll have to look that up here in a minute. Monster B, thank you for the $4.99, sir. I appreciate that. That nice super sticker. Appreciate that, sir. For some reason, my little alert thing didn't go off. Why did that not happen? I just fixed it with a new old alert. Let me see. Why didn't that happen? I don't know. It should be working. I don't know. Maybe because it was a super or a sticker. Thank you all for 27 likes on the stream so far. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. I would appreciate that. So I thought we'd talk about the physical media announcements. Well, we've had one big physical media, pretty big, I think, physical media announcement, and then we had Dawn of the Discs break some news the other day. You know how the Dawn of the Discs are. They get those scoops. Although I had a couple of different people tell me that they just lurk on the Blu-ray forums, and that people on the Blu-ray forums are really who's breaking this knowledge of upcoming releases, and they just report on it. So I don't know. Agent Redgrave got both the TCM 4Ks. Okay. For all the great videos. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Nescafe. Appreciate that. Oh, you got those TCM media books that I did videos on, or did a video on? Yeah. Mission Impossible came out the same year as Scream. Wow. Which one has the most entries, though? Scream or Mission Impossible? MI is a great franchise, just not MI2. What do you got against John Woo, Frank? Frank, I was beginning to have some respect for you. You're not a John Woo fan? I mean, I will get. I mean, that Mission Impossible 2 was excessive woo. It was a lot of woo. You know, a little excessive in the woo for Mission Impossible 2. I really don't remember that much about it, other than I think about 90% of it was in slow motion. What are some of your favorite VHS cover art? Oh man, God, there's so many. Spookies. Friday the 13th, Evil Dead 1 and 2, damn, Sleepaway Camp, The Lost Boys. Oh man, I mean, there's so many great. The original Fright Night, that artwork is just so killer. Oh man, that art back then was truly art. We don't get that much anymore these days. It's all floating head, Photoshop or like AI stuff now. It's just not the same. Just not the same. You want another lunch with Jeremy? Well, we'll probably, I don't know, maybe we'll get some snacks for his birthday stream. So that'll be kind of like a lunch with Jeremy / a birthday stream. So the same lawsuit affected Hooper's, the TCM house that got turned into a restaurant. So sad it's going to hurt their business. That's so weird. I mean, let me look this up here quick, because like I. The Texas Chainsaw copyright infringement. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station sued over copyright. I bet I don't. It's that's the that's. All right, I've actually got it pulled up here. Let's read this together, shall we? This is just. I'm disturbed. I'm deeply disturbed by this. Because I've been to that gas station. I've been to the restaurant, which is the house they shot the freaking film in. And now we're like, okay. So let's read this here. The holders of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre copyright are suing a Central Texas business, accusing its owners of marketing and selling at least 66 illicit items with trademark logos and images related to the classic 1974 horror film, according to the lawsuit filed Thursday, blah, 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 blah. The gas station, which was a film location for the 1974 movie, it sells barbecue and horror memorabilia, hosts events, and rents out cabins. The plaintiff, Vortex Inc., is a family-owned business created in 1974 to manage the rights to the film. It has licensed it to several other companies to produce a variety of products, including clothing, toys, novelties, yada, yada, yada. Vortex's agent said they reached out to the Roses, and the Roses, I guess, is who owns the gas station, to establish a licensing agreement. But I mean, are they the only thing that they sell inside the gas station is like collectibles, and not even all of them are Texas Chainsaw Massacre collectibles. So are they mad that they're marketing that? I mean, that's where they shot some of the movie. According to the lawsuit, Roy responded audaciously that they would only do a deal if the film's writers, Toby Hooper and Kim Hinkle, would be available annually to sign autographs at the gas station. Roy also reportedly wanted to recoup their initial expenses before paying back licensing fees. The company's response was a reminder that Vortex still owns the copyrights and that the Roses could not use them without permission. In a meeting between the two businesses occurred, the lawsuit started. Okay. But there is the suit. $150,000 in damages per infringing work for a total of $9.9 million. I don't get it. What are they infringing work? They're selling collectibles out of there, just like a retail store. They're not creating collectibles at least they weren't when I was there. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense to me. Am I missing something? Like, I don't know. This just doesn't make any sense to me. They're not selling. They're just, when I was there, all they sold were collectibles. And not just for Chainsaw, but for other horror. I'm talking like NECA stuff and Mezco stuff. And somebody help me here. This doesn't make sense to me. Face Off is amazing. I love Face Off. That's a great, great movie. That is a great, great movie. I don't know. It's, this is kind of sad. I mean, I could understand them maybe if like they don't like them. I don't know. That's weird. Yes, the worker confirmed starting the first of the year they can't allow anything TCM, like anything memorabilia or collectibles. They can't let any. Again, it doesn't make sense to me. That's like saying that, Walmart can't sell a chainsaw figure, or I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, they're not specifically stating what is infringing on their copyright and trademark. Claiming 66 items is weird. I don't know. They stole the Sawyer's recipes. Well, when I went there, you better believe I had a bowl of chili and a Dr. Pepper, and it was pretty good. I recall that chili being pretty good. There were some hard shell peppercorns in it, but it was still pretty darn good. It was still pretty darn good. All right, so I don't understand this lawsuit at all. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Mission Impossible has 8 entries and Scream 7. Okay. I was so disappointed going yesterday for my birthday and everything TCM was gone. They were still selling other horror items in the gift shop, but no TCM whatsoever. Like, how can... Again, it blows my mind. Like, that's like saying if I... what's something TCM around here? Okay. I bought this TCM pin with Leatherface on it. I bought it. Now I'm going to post it on eBay for sale. Can they sue me for reselling this item because it's got Leatherface on it? What's up, Orc? How you doing? That's sad, man. That is sad. I'm surprised they're not like asking them to change the name of the place. You can't call it the gas station. You can't. you can't have anything. Well, I don't know. That's sad. That sucks, man. That sucks. And they did the same thing to the house or to the restaurant. I don't see anything in here about the restaurant, just about the gas station. Yeah, I don't see anything about the restaurant. I don't know. That's sad. That's sad. Like you're going to the Chainsaw gas station because it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station, right? But then when you get there, everything that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre related is gone. Yeah, I mean, that's the big reason, Dalton. It's a tourist attraction, and they're not giving a percentage to the rights holders. The rights holders aren't figured in some way. This almost sounds like, the mafia protection tax. You know what I mean? Like, you want your mom and pop business protected. You got to pay us. You got to pay us to protect it from other people like us, or from us. You got to pay us to protect your business from us. Let me catch up with the chat here. Enjoying another great live stream. Awesome. Thank you. I've been watching your channel for a while now. I have fond memories rushing home from middle school to watch your 13 Days of Friday the 13th series back in 2014. Now I'm 25. Time flies. Wow. Wow, guy. Yeah. 13 Days of Friday the 13th. That was a long time ago, dude. I'm glad you've stuck here with me all those years, man. I appreciate it. What's up, Charlie? How are you doing? How old is Jeremy going to be? He's going to be 37. 37. Damn. We're all getting older. We all getting older. New to collecting, off from Vinegar Syndrome, and was curious if you as a collector had any idea on if they might do a second run of their Dark Half release. If it's entirely sold out, and they only had the rights or the licensing to produce so many, and all those are sold out, then probably not. Or if it was like a super like collector's edition or limited edition, they may do like a standard edition. So it just depends. I didn't go to the restaurant yesterday, but the worker at the gas station confirmed even the restaurant got hit with the lawsuit. Well, the only thing that the restaurant sells is food and drinks. So, I mean, can they no longer call the Leatherface lemonade the Leatherface lemonade? Well, no, that's not true. They sell hats. They sell hats and shirts and stuff, but like I don't recall them saying Texas Chainsaw Massacre on it. I've got one somewhere. I don't know where that hat went. Should be around here somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember it specifically like saying Texas Chainsaw Massacre on it. What's up, Philip? How you doing, sir? I've not seen Bone Sickness. Nope, not seen it. Do I have any pictures of you and Jeremy growing up? Not on my PC. I've shared some, like on social media before, on Instagram and Facebook and stuff before, but I don't have any handy. Did anybody pick up anything from this last Vinegar Syndrome sale? Their reveals really didn't do anything for me. Their new stuff. But I did pick up a couple of things that were on sale that I didn't already own. So I did do that. And I was going to actually go back and buy the new Don't Panic slipcase, because I don't have a slipcase for my Don't Panic. And I love that movie so much. But they've switched over to their partner label now. Their partner labels are having a sale now. So what's up, Maxim Winner? How are you doing? Am I ordering the Bava 4-disc set called High Tension? Is that the Lamberto one? I've got some kind of Lamberto Bava set pre-ordered from TerraVision, and I pre-ordered that. It was supposed to ship out, I think. I'm gonna have to check on it. I thought it was already supposed to have shipped, or was that from? No, that was from Cauldron. I think that was from Cauldron. I'm not sure when that's supposed to ship. I'm thinking about the shoestring slashers from TerraVision. And I thought that was supposed to already have shipped too. But I guess it's not. You grabbed about 8 flicks from the VS sale? Oh, nice. What'd you get? You got Dial D for Demons, Corpse Mania, and Women on the Run. Sick Jim got Bone Sickness and Severance. You got The Howling 2. That's a nice one. And Ticks. Yeah, I mean, okay. You got two good ones there, movie fan. You got 2 good ones. I Madman is really good. That's a great movie that nobody really ever talks about. So yeah, I probably will be getting that one from Kino. That's such a good movie. Nobody ever talks about that. So I hope it's a really good release because it deserves it. Yeah, I scrolled through the partner stuff a little while ago. Nothing really jumped out at me. But I did scroll through the partner stuff a little while ago. You have Madman on Blu-ray. It is a gem. Spanish Blood, Invasion USA From Beyond, in Eternal Combats, The Ghost Dance, Samurai Wolf 1 and 2, Hot Snake, Guns and Guts, and King on Screen. Nice. Has anybody pre-ordered the, speaking of TerraVision, did anybody get the Gator Bait 1 and 2 sets that they're putting out with like, one of the bundles comes with like a cap and a shirt, and I think you even get like a baby alligator in a goldfish bowl. Anybody pre-order that? I think there's 2 bundles for that. Gator Bait's a fun movie. It's been a while since I've seen that. I don't know if I've ever seen the sequel. I think I have. It's just been a long time. But the first Gator Bait's a lot of fun. From the Sebastians, the husband and wife duo responsible for Rocktober Blood. So, going to have some Gator Bait coming soon. That's pretty cool. And TerraVision always does. TerraVision always does good stuff. Their releases are always top notch. So, how long does it take for Vinegar Syndrome to ship non-member orders? Sometimes it takes a while. So, be patient. Just be patient. But let's talk about the first big reveal we got recently, and this was actually where'd that go? This was actually revealed on my pal Christian Hanna's channel when he had on Cliff McMillan, formerly of Scream Factory, now of Arrow. We are getting the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 remake and the beginning on 4K from Arrow. And those are dropping in August. I think those pre-orders are already out there. Has anybody pre-ordered these so far? What's up, my cinematic self? What's Gator Bait? What is Gator Bait? The title should tell you alone. It is a revenge story set in Louisiana, and they mess with the wrong lady, put it that way. So, it's a fun one. It's a fun one, Frank. I've not gotten to see Bring Her Back yet. I wanted to go Friday, but the nearest theater to me that was playing Bring Her Back had one showtime on Friday, opening day, and it was at 8:55 a.m. I thought this can't be right. That's what the website said. I was like, this has to be an error. I called the theater and I was like, just to confirm, your only showing of Bring Her Back on Friday is at 8:55 a.m. And she goes, what? That doesn't sound right. I go, that's what your website's saying. She said, well, that doesn't sound right. Let me check. And she went, That's the only time it's playing. And I go, you're open at 8:55 on a Friday? Yeah, we'll be open. And she goes, well, maybe the theater just doesn't think it's going to do well. And I was thinking, well, if that's your only showing of the movie on opening day, of course it's not going to do well. 8:55 a.m. on a Friday morning, like, and the theater's already like an hour away from me. So I mean, there's no freaking way. And Saturday and Sunday, Saturday I had stuff to do. Today I just not really felt that great, so I don't know. Maybe next week. It'll probably be streaming pretty soon, honestly. If other theaters are treating it like my nearest Cinemark, it's going to be on streaming pretty soon, I think. Hey, we've got Corey here from the S'mores Indoors podcast. How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. So we've got the Chainsaw remake from 2003 getting a limited edition 4K from Arrow. August 26th is that release date. And we got a bunch of extras on here. Let's see. We got a brand new audio commentary with Uncle Creepy and Chris McGibbon. And is all the rest of this brand new interview with Marcus Nispel, brand new interview with Daniel Pearl, brand new interview with Brett Wagner, brand new interview with Scott Stoddard, brand new interview with composer Steve Jablonsky. That's all the new stuff. Could they not get an interview with Jessica Biel's wife beater? Could they not get an interview with that? That article of clothing she wore in that movie should be in a museum. It really should. It really should. So we got some nice new extras. That's cool. Got a bunch of archival extras, new commentary, and of course, 4K. The Texas Chainsaw remake in 4K. And, of all the remakes of, that remake era, this is definitely, I think, one of the standouts. There's no doubt about it. Look at that new artwork. You got Leatherface there, doing some sewing. Probably sewing, R. Lee Ermey's character some socks or something. I don't know. You know how Leatherface is. He's a big sweetheart. Looks like reversible artwork. You got the original artwork, and then you got that new artwork for the remake. Let's look at the beginning. Got some new artwork there. You got young Leatherface playing with the chainsaw. It's never a good idea. Always keep your chainsaws away from children. Very irresponsible parenting. Very irresponsible. Let's see what kind of extras we got here. Brand new audio commentary on the uncut version, also with Uncle Creepy and Chris McGibbon. Brand new interview with director of photography. Brand new interview with special effects makeup artists. That's it, looks like. Is that all the new stuff? You couldn't get an interview with Andrew Bryanarski? Like, what's he doing? So this one definitely is not getting the same number of new extras as the remake. I've only seen, I saw the beginning in the theater when it first came out. I've watched it at least one time since, and I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the beginning. I understand a lot of people like it. I mean, they like that brutality and that nihilism. I don't know. I like Diora Baird. I like Diora Baird in it for sure. Let me catch up with the chat here. You really like the artwork for 2003, but not so much the beginning. Got them both. Really excited for the beginning. Okay, got one fan of the beginning here. Joe Bob did an episode on Gator Bait. Yeah, he sure did. Piz, did you know Halloween 1978 has 5 different 4K releases in UK, USA, French, Germany, and Italy, and they all have exclusive bonus features? Really? Watched Oddity last night. Look, oh man, I love Oddity. Was my favorite movie of last year. I love Oddity. Great freaking movie, man. Horror Woman pre-ordered both. Okay. Oddity is great. My favorite horror movie of last year, says Dalton. Nice, nice. Let's see here. Yes, 8:55 a.m. on a Friday was their only showing of Bring Her Back. And as much as I really want to go see Bring Her Back, that would have me getting up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to get ready and to drive to the theater to see that thing. And the one good thing about going and watching it at 8:55, I'm sure I'd be the only person there. So, I mean, I could have brought in like some beer. I could have brought in, could have stopped and got some breakfast. I'm sure I would have had the entire theater all to myself for that one. Oddity is amazing. No, oh, okay. So it was Frank's favorite movie of last year too. Going blind. So good. So good. Who the hell goes to the movies at 8:55 a.m. on a weekday? Good question. Very good question. The wife beater is is as iconic as the red shorts in the original Chainsaw. I agree. I have seen that Karate Kid 4K set. It looks good. I've not. What was the last thing from Second Sight I bought? I don't even remember. I've not gotten anything from them this year so far. So maybe they are having a down year then. I'm glad the unrated cut of the beginning is on 4K. Always liked that one. Andrew Brynarski's a jerk. What's up, Rift? We definitely need Leatherface Chainsaw 3. That needs a new release. It definitely does. It's just too bad that Jeff Burr's no longer with us to do like a new commentary, new interview, something like that. But Chainsaw 3 definitely needs some more love. Old people go to the theater at 8:55 a.m. Used to work at a theater. I still can't believe that a theater is open at 8:55 on a weekday. That's crazy. TCM 2003 is arguably the best one. I agree. I do agree. So we've got Chainsaw, the Chainsaw remake, and the prequel, The Beginning, dropping in August from Arrow Video. 4Ks, limited editions. I'm looking forward to both. I'll give The Beginning another day in court. I'll definitely give it another day in court. So. Oh gosh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, Lord. That sneeze hurt, too. That sneeze hurt. I'll probably grab them, but I'll probably wait a bit. There's too many good releases this year. Yeah. The Chainsaw, did anybody happen to see the Chainsaw remake or either one of them in the theater when they first came out? Oh, Biggie. Hold on. We need to text to speech this.
Biggie Fitz says, someone needs to do a 4K of the Jerky Boys.
It's true. That's very true. We do need a 4K of the Jerky Boys. Very true. I saw somebody mentioned Cobra getting a 4K from Arrow. That's right. Yeah, Cobra's getting a 4K. Very nice. I heard, I was told that Arrow's got a lot more big stuff coming for us throughout the rest of this year. I wasn't told any specifics, but that sounds good to me. Keep dropping bangers. I saw TCM 2003 in the theater. Swaggy saw it. Drew saw it. I've not seen Unhinged with Russell Crowe. I have, unless it's an Exorcist or an exorcism movie. The only Russell Crowe movies I'm ever going to watch from here on in have to be exorcism movies. That's it. If it's not an exorcism movie or about an exorcist, then I'm just not interested. As far as I'm concerned, that's Russell Crowe's niche now. And I think they're doing the Pope's Exorcist Part 2 right now. So he's really, I don't know why he's not in the new Exorcist movie. They need to get him in there. Flanagan needs to get him in there. Oh, goodness gracious. So let's also, and this one was a Dawn of the Discs exclusive, although a lot of people told me that all Dawn of the Discs does is whoever is behind Dawn of the Discs, they just lurk on the Blu-ray forums, and the people who spoil the beans about these releases on those forums, that Dawn of the Discs then just goes and reports it. So Sleepaway Camp 2 coming to 4K from Scream Factory, and Sleepaway Camp 3 coming to 4K. You really have to feel bad for those the resellers on eBay who've been selling the Blu-rays for Part 2 and 3 for like $300-$400. You really got, as a matter of fact, we need to do an experiment here in a minute. Let's jump on eBay and see if anybody has still got those listed for those crazy prices. But, and the reason why Sleepaway Camp 1 is not getting a 4K is because the negative is lost. So no negative, no need for a 4K. But Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, I like both of them a lot. I know a lot of people prefer Sleepaway Camp 2 to the original one. And I won't argue it. Sleepaway Camp 2 is a lot of fun. But Sleepaway Camp to me is the better of the two. But Sleepaway Camp 2 is a lot of fun. So they're coming out. I believe the report said in August sometime. So any big fans of Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3? Anybody going to be grabbing these? I agree. I wasn't a huge fan of the movie. I thought the movie was okay, but I liked his character in it. So I am kind of excited to see a sequel, just, for more of that character, because that was a fun character, I think. Now, the other Exorcist movie he did, that one was really bad. I think I reviewed both of them. I reviewed both of them. So go check out those reviews. What even was the second Exorcist movie he did? I think it might have just been called The Exorcism or something like that. It was bad. It was bad. Your friend Michelle Kisner got to contribute an essay for the Gatorbait release. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. That's hearsay? What is hearsay? The ending of Sleepaway Camp genuinely scared you? You weren't ready for it? Nobody was ready for that ending when you saw it for the first time. Nobody was ready for that ending. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be 4K only. Maybe they'll throw a Blu-ray in there. I don't know. I mean, this artwork, I don't know if this artwork may not be official, but it just says 4K on it. I don't know. We'll see. It seems like a lot of Scream Factory's 4K releases, they also throw in the Blu-ray, right? I can think of at least a few. The recent Return of the Living Dead Steelbook 4K that I got had the Blu-ray in it. There's still sellers on there trying to sell each individual film for like 60 to 80 bucks. One person has all three for 200 without the slips. Oh man. They're hoping that, they got their fingers crossed that people haven't heard about this news or that it's all, it's not real. Now if they're selling for 60 to 80 bucks, that's down. I remember them being a lot more than that. So Pizowell Arrows 4Ks of The Hidden, Excalibur, The Neverending Story, and TMNT. I think the covers, that's not rumored anymore. That's been made official. But The Hidden, I love The Hidden. I'm definitely down for a Hidden 4K from them. For sure. The Lost Negative is hearsay. I mean, well, that's what I heard. That's what I heard someone say. So, I mean, technically you're right. But why would they not put out the original on 4K too if they had a negative or the negative? I forgot about the Al Pacino exorcism movie. Yeah, we've got an Al Pacino exorcism movie coming out soon. Will I see it? I'm not going to rush out to the theater and see it. I might see it once it's on VOD. And that's if it gets a theatrical run. The Evil Dead remake didn't have a Blu-ray with it. What's up, Mike? How you doing? I believe they only have the rights to the 4K release, though. Scream Factory? This needs to be text-to-speech.
Gorer says they are probably saving Return to Sleepaway Camp for 8K.
Yeah. That needs to be the first 8K release, Return to Sleepaway Camp. It deserves that treatment. It really does. But according to this, they've stuck with the classic poster art, which I think is awesome. Love that artwork there for 2. And, the part 3 artwork is pretty compelling too. So we'll have to see about extras and what have you, but yeah, there you go. Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 allegedly coming to 4K in August from Scream Factory. I've got the 50th anniversary steelbook for Jaws on pre-order. So even though I've got the 4K steelbook that came out just like a couple of years ago, it's Jaws. It's the 50th anniversary. I can't say no. Planet Tomps. Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 are fun. They're fun movies. You're jealous of the Jaws popcorn buckets? It's cool. It's cool. Very cool. Very cool. I actually just got something new Jaws 50th anniversary related yesterday, if you guys want to see it. But there you go. Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 coming to 4K in August from Scream Factory. Allegedly. Allegedly. The poster for 2 is so deceiving. Well, the chick on the cover is not in the movie, but we do have a character. You know, Angela does kill people with the hockey mask. She does kill people with Freddy's glove. She does kill people with a chainsaw. So, I mean, that part is totally accurate. Thank you all for 58 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. And yeah, I just noticed this, the community stuff recently, the community leadership board. That's something new that's YouTube has added. I noticed that on, I think the last stream or the stream before that I did. So, yeah, that is new. That is new. Are there any other upcoming 4K releases that I might have missed? You guys want to throw them out there? Or if you guys got any other questions or whatnot, we can just move on to the AMA, what did I call it? AMA and chill portion of the stream. What's up, 3GP Blingy? What's up, Hawes? Good evening, Pizowell. Great to see these two getting a 4K release. Yeah, those posters are really memorable. I used to occasionally. Oh, by the way, let's jump on eBay. I used to keep an eye out for like a Sleepaway Camp 2 original video store poster. And every now and again, one would pop up, but ooh man, they would want they'd want a mint for that daggone thing. Speaking of which, let's see, Sleepaway Camp 2 original poster. Yeah, I don't even see a listing for one. Oh my God. Whoa. Somebody wants $500 for the Sleepaway Camp 2 poster that came with the Blu-ray, the Scream Factory Blu-ray. $500. Holy cannoli. This person wants $150 for the Sleepaway Camp 3 poster that came with the Blu-ray. My God. Oh, here's somebody, they want $99.91. What an odd price for the Sleepaway Camp 2 Scream Factory Blu-ray. $99.91, but they're going to cut you a deal with free delivery. All right, so let's look this up here. He wants $99.91 for 2 and 3. Separately, they're $99.91. So yeah, these prices have definitely come down. Here's somebody who, both of them with slip covers for $80. Now that, a couple of years ago, that would have been a deal, big deal. Here's somebody who wants $69. No, that's just for part 3. Or part 2, I'm sorry. So I definitely don't see the big prices for these anymore. Oh, here's somebody, they want $115 for part 2, the part 2 Blu-ray. Here's somebody, they want $105.99 for part 2, $71.99 for both, no slips. A couple of years ago, that would have been a big deal. So yeah, these prices have gone way down. That's funny. Oh, wait, here we go. Here's somebody who wants $550 for all 3 of them with slipcovers. $550. But they're also charging $463 delivery. So even though you're going to drop $550 for those things, you're not getting away with free delivery. It's crazy. Even if it's like just, I don't know, even if it's just a joke, even if it's just BS, that Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 are coming to 4K now. It'd be considered a funny joke because all the scalpers are like lowering their prices. That'd be a great con. Convince everybody that the 4Ks are coming out, just to get the scalpers to lower their prices, and then it just doesn't come out. Neither one comes out. It's funny. You just ordered the $500 one, McCore. I see if you can get your money back. Cancel that order. Cancel that order. Well, you know what's crazy? After did anybody see the unboxing of the Chucky popcorn bucket I got for Jeremy? Did anybody see that? After I got my Jaws popcorn bucket, I decided to see if I could find a popcorn bucket for Jeremy. And the Chucky and the Pennywise ones were actually not expensive at all. So I got him the Chucky one. But when I was looking, I was like, let me look at these alien ones. I wonder if these alien popcorn buckets have come down. No, people still want like $100 for those, which is crazy. Crazy. There were a couple of listings from China that were like knockoffs for like $50. But like they're knocking off popcorn buckets? Really? That's weird. This is why you almost never buy out of print titles. Now they're going to go for like 20 and everyone who paid 200 is going to feel silly. Well, it's true. I think a couple of people still want $350 plus for the SFTCM2. Really? I don't know. It's wild. Wild. Oh, by the way, did y'all like the music that I started the stream off with? That is from a band called Farewell Days. They are from Philadelphia. They are a heavy shoegaze band. And really like their stuff. So go check them out. I've got links in the description. Check them out. They're really, really good. I recently saw that someone paid $6.92 for the Scream Factory Halloween Blu-ray box set. Wow. Wow. Damn. The full trailer for The Black Phone 2. Wasn't a big fan of The Black Phone, so I did see that a teaser for the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein dropped recently. I think today, as a matter of fact. Anybody check that out? I was thinking about getting into Full Moon. Any suggestions? Oh, wow. I mean, I think you've got to start with the Puppet Master movies. If you're getting into Full Moon, I would start with Puppet Master. I mean, I love the Subspecies movies. Shrunken Heads is a great one. Castle Freak is a great one. I mean, there's a lot of good Full Moon movies. You know, they definitely were firing on all cylinders there, and like whenever they had that deal going with Paramount, they were dropping some good stuff. Once that Paramount deal went away, yeah, things kind of, went into a decline. Jimmy and Stiggs? No. I don't think I've even heard of that. Yeah, Del Toro Frankenstein. It's just kind of, I'm a little disappointed. Well, I don't know. Just seems like Del Toro Frankenstein, that should be a theatrical release, But Netflix, that means it's going to be far more accessible. So, cool. When is the Nightmare on Elm Street complete box in 4K coming out? It's later this year sometime. I don't know about the exact date, but later this year. Trancers and Doll Man. Yep, those are fun ones. Castle Freak. You can't go wrong with Castle Freak. Tourist Trap. Yeah, Tourist Trap is great. I love Tourist Trap. That's another good one. That's another great one. What do you think of Sledgehammer on Blu-ray from TerraVision? I've not pre-ordered it. I went with the Gator Bait bundle instead. But it's been a while since I've seen Sledgehammer. I remember it being good. I think I've got like an old DVD of it around here somewhere. Or it's part of a, I don't remember. I've got it on something. But I mean, it's a solid SOV slasher. Matt, did you ever do your video on Sledgehammer? Mutilator 2 is supposed to be out sometime this month. It's supposed to be available on streaming platforms sometime this month. Not exactly sure when, but sometime this month. I don't know about a physical release yet, but it's going to be streaming this month. I'm wearing a Burial Ground shirt. There he is, the legendary Peter Bark. So yeah, rocking some Burial Ground tonight. I don't know when the Del Toro Frankenstein's going to be on Netflix. I don't know. No idea. Do you buy multiple releases of a film if they have different special features? I really like Scanners, but there are 4 releases with exclusive extras. Wow. 4 releases for scanners, and all of them have different releases or different extras. Man. It depends. I mean, it depends on the movie. I mean, I have multiple releases of, like, you know, Chainsaw and movies like that. Well, I mean, the Jaws 50th anniversary steelbook, it has a new extra on it. So that was another reason why I kind of justified it in my head. What's the 50th anniversary? It's Jaws. Oh, and there's a new extra. So, okay, that makes it. So I feel you, Jennifer. I feel you. But that is odd about scanners having that many different releases, all of them with exclusive extras. I mean, but if it's a movie that you really love, if Scanners is your favorite movie and you are a completionist, why not? Who cares? Don't let anybody tell you it's your money. Spend it how you want, you know? Uploading it this week. Okay. All right. I've got a little bit more than a cameo. I'd say it's a little more than a cameo. That's old, Justin. I remember hearing something about that years and years ago, and nothing's come of it since. So, are y'all excited for the new 28 years later? That's coming out pretty soon, isn't it? I think that's coming out this month, right? Yeah, the 20th. Yep. Let's see. When's the new I Know What You Did Last Summer? Jeremy's got us down for watching both of those. I think this one's in July, right? Yep, July 18th. Okay. So we got movies in this month and next month to watch. November. Okay. For Del Toro's Frankenstein on Netflix. Cool. Paulo Balboa. Finally watched Copycat from 95. It was really good. Don't hear much about the film. Yeah, that one, gosh, I've not seen that one in forever. I remember it. I remember it being, I remember liking it. But yeah, don't hear, I mean, that was one that came out right around the same time as Seven. And, there were a number of like that was a hot time for serial killer movies. And, there was a bunch that came out right around that time, and all of them pretty much got overshadowed by Seven. And that was one. Maybe that explains why Tom Savini is so grumpy at conventions. I mean, you know. You never know. You never know. Exclusive store bonus discs were annoying. I remember Django Unchained had an exclusive bonus disc with Target, Walmart, and Best Buy. Meaning you would need to buy all three to get everything. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. What's up, Christian? How you doing? Thanksgiving too. Yeah, we're definitely, Jeremy and I will definitely be watching that one. Oh, Slaughter. Of course I've seen, yeah, Slaughterhouse. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen Slaughterhouse. I think I did a review of Slaughterhouse years and years ago. Pretty sure I did. Took Cooper to see Karate Kid Legends. It wasn't as bad as critics are saying. Last minute of film is worth admission. Really? The last minute of the film. Okay. I'm guessing, what's his name? Danny shows up, right? Pops up at the end. Or is it like a Mr. Miyagi Force Ghost? Shows up at the end to give the new kid some inspiration. Very excited for 28 Years Frankenstein 2. Mm-hmm. Somebody asked me about the Dark City 4K a little while ago. I've not watched it yet. I'm probably going to pop that in here later and give it a watch. But I will do a full review of the movie and of the 4K soon. So. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Jan Man Chronicles says, who would you rather have a long intimate conversation and photo op with, Brie Larson or Rachel Ziegler?
I feel like you could probably have a conversation with Brie Larson. And I think you could have a conversation with Rachel Ziegler as long as you were talking about how great Rachel Ziegler is. But I think you could probably have a decent conversation with Brie Larson. So of the two, I guess I'd have to go with Brie Larson. So, but good to see you, Jan, man. It's been a while. How much would you charge to sign a copy of Mutilator 2 so I can triple the price on eBay? Oh, man. I'll have to think about that, Weston. I'll have to think about that. And now that you've admitted that you're going to do that, I mean, I'm going to have to, it's going to have to be, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Do you know which 4K of City Living Dead is better, the Arrow or the Cauldron release? I've got the Cauldron one. I don't think I've got the Arrow 4K for that one. I've got the Arrow Blu-ray for it. But the Cauldron 4K is really good. The Cauldron 4K is very good. I would highly recommend it. That super chat is weird. What super chat? Don't think I've missed one. Jaws 3 has a really nice box set out now in 4K. Jaws 3 does? I know Jaws 3 got a Steelbook 4K. Didn't know it got anything else, though. Is anything else on y'all's minds tonight? Any questions? Anything else? Anything you've ever wanted to ask me? Now is the time. But that Cauldron release, Sterling, is really good. Do I think Arrow will do TCM3 since it's Warner Brothers? I don't know. I hope they do. I hope somebody does. I mean, TCM3 needs a new release for sure. For sure. I have no idea. That just kind of disappeared. Like that Peter Jackson set was happening, and then it just disappeared. No idea. Where's the doctor? I've not had any doctor in a long time. I've really not drank. Well, I had a few drinks at full moon, but other than that, I really don't drink very often. Blood Rage pieces in the Mutilator need 4Ks. They do. They do. I think at one time Arrow was going to do a 4K of the Mutilator. I don't know what happened with that, but Dark Knight of the Scarecrow or Pumpkinhead. Ooh, both really good. Ooh. I'm going to go with Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, though. Really love Larry Drake in that one. Jaws 3 has a limited edition box set. I've never... Let me look this up. Jaws 3 limited edition box set. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. I forgot about that. I think Jaws 4 got one of those too. But those things got snatched up really quickly, and yeah. Definitely not going to drop big money on those on the secondhand market. But, yeah, you're right. I would have liked to have gotten one, but, yeah, they sold out pretty quick. I do think, I think 4 got one too. Let me double check. I thought it did. Maybe it didn't. Guess it didn't. Any watch-alongs planned? Nothing planned. Nothing planned. But that's not to say one won't happen. What movie re-release would get you to the theater at 8:55 a.m.? Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Oh. I don't know if there's I don't know if there is one that could get me to the theater at 8:55 a.m. I don't think there is one. Pirates or ninjas? Ninjas, definitely. Ninjas for sure. Cauldron does put out great stuff, yeah, for sure. Who would win in a fight, Creighton Duke or Van Helsing? Duke. The Duke, for sure. Hemingway is most likely up in Jeremy's bed with him. Up sleeping in Jeremy's bed, most likely. If you could describe yourself as a salad dressing, which one would it be? Thousand Island, because that's what man is. We're all comprised of 1,000 islands, and yet we are all individually one island. Do you prefer the classic slow zombies that are rotted or the fast zombies? I prefer the classic slow ones. Yeah, just the good old classic, slow, shuffling zombies. What childhood cartoon do you wish had a box set release? Oh, man. I can't think of one that doesn't already have a box set release or some sort of physical release. I think all the ones I can think of have like physical releases. I've not heard an update on Peter Brackey's book in a while. I don't know. The heart of that documentary, the Jason Goes to Hell documentary, it recently got screened at I believe it was Texas Frightmare weekend. I don't know when it's going to come out on Blu-ray though. No idea about that. Possibly, Joe. Possibly. What was the last film you saw at the cinema? I saw Sonic 3 and loved it. Keanu was great as Shadow. Bring on Sonic 4. The last movie I saw at the theater was Final Destination Bloodlines. Jeremy and I did a review of that. If you missed that video, check it out. I've not seen the 101 films release of Castle Freak. Not seen that one. Yes, I loved the X-Files back in the day. Loved the X-Files back in the day. Are you a fan of blaxploitation films from the 70s? Some of them. I like Blackula. Shaft is fun. Foxy Brown is fun. Blackenstein is a classic. Probably not going to Living Dead weekend. No, probably not. I'd like to. It's a little far away though. There is a convention in Knoxville at the end of this month. Pretty sure we're going to. What's that one called? CreepyCon. That's at the end of this month, right? Or is that in July? Oh, that's August. Oh, crap. What was I thinking? It was in June. This is the same one, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's in August. I thought it was at the end of June. So August 1st through 3rd is CreepyCon. Pretty sure we're going to that. Anybody else planning on going to CreepyCon? Thank you all for 72 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. What's up, Dan? How are you, sir? I've seen Altered States. Yeah, it's been a while, but I like it. Good movie. What's your favorite non-Jaws shark movie? Ooh, good one. I mean, there's a lot. There's Cruel Jaws, which, I mean, technically that is Jaws 5. So, but still, I'm going to count Cruel Jaws. So good. What was the one with Ryan Reynolds' wife in it? The Shallows. That was really good. And I mean, of course, Deep Blue Sea is a classic, right? I mean, seeing Samuel L. Jackson get eaten by that shark is peak cinema. What's up, Twisted Trucker? I think this year so far has been pretty good for physical media. And if what I was told about Arrow is true, then I think this could be an even better year. What's up, Lenny? How are you? Do you know yet who you will dress up for Halloween? Was I Bucky last year? I might have been. I don't. Yeah, was I? I might have been. Jeremy wants to be Beetlejuice this year. So Jeremy's already made up. Jeremy's had his mind made up about Beetlejuice. So he's going to be Beetlejuice. I don't know what. I don't know. I may not. I may not do. I may just be.
Mama. Yes, darling. What is it? Mother, this cloth smells of death.
Still regret not getting a pic with you at H45 lol. We've talked about it lol. Also, did you talk about TCM already?
Horror fan fanatic. Thank you. I will get to that here momentarily. I've only seen the first Human Centipede. I've not seen any other ones, and I thought it was kind of. I mean, I was entertained by it. So, I've not seen any of the others though. Can we please get a taco-mentary, a doc about the taco man and his healthy love for tacos? That'd be great. That'd be great. Let me see. Let me get to Horror Fan Fanatic. Thank you for the $4.99. Still regret not getting a pic with you at Halloween 45. We did talk about the TCM releases earlier in the stream. We did. But you can go back and check those out once the stream is fully uploaded and archived. But I appreciate the $4.99, and yeah, you should have got a pick at 45. Wow, that's already been 2 years. My gosh, that was 2 whole years ago. It's going to be time for H50 here soon. I wonder if they'll do an H50. I'm sure they will. But H45 was fun. Time flies. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. Oh, Dangerous Animals. Is that the one with Ty Courtney? I've just seen bits and pieces of that one, but it looks interesting. Do you think we'll ever get a 4K of Just Before Dawn? I would be up for it. I mean, it depends if they have like a camera negative that they can source it from. But I would be up for it. That's another one I've gotten multiple releases for. But I love Just Before Dawn. Scarefest looks to be having a mini Jason Takes Manhattan.
What is it? Mother, this cloth smells of death.
Besides Fright Night Part 2, which of those possible titles by Synapse are you most excited for? Prom Night 2, 3 and IV, 976 Evil 2, Angel of Heat. Do you think they will succeed in releasing all?
Franco, thank you for the 10 pin. I believe that is Peruvian. But thank you. I'll get to that here momentarily. Jason Takes Manhattan reunion at Scarefest. I know, yeah. I've thinking about packing up my Jason Takes Manhattan original one sheet and having some of those folks sign it for sure. Hello, Pizowell. Hope you and Jeremy are doing well. What is it about horror that makes it your favorite genre, and how old was you when you watched your first horror film? The first one I can remember was Halloween 2. Watching that with my mother, and I was pretty young. I remember the scene where Ben Tramer gets killed, and that definitely was a little traumatic. But what is it about horror that makes it your favorite genre? It is the genre with endless possibilities. Yet it's the genre that at the same time is just it can be the genre of endless possibilities, or it can be the genre of, like, that sort of, warmth and familiarity, So you can do anything with the horror movie. Or you can, keep it close to home. Either way. I don't know. There's just the genre. The genre offers so much to the creative. Far more than any other genre. Well, science fiction, but I don't know. And look, I always quote Wes Craven, what he said about horror. Horror movies are boot camps for the psyche. So, but yeah, just endless possibilities with the horror franchise. But there's nothing like going home. It's like when you pop in a good old fashioned slasher movie. It's like going home, Franco, besides Fright Night Part 2, which of those possible Synapse titles are you most excited for? I'm really 976 Evil 2 I love, but I'm hoping they put the Prom Night sequels in like a nice box set. I think that would be really cool. So Angel of Heat, I don't think I've even seen Angel of Heat. So, it would be between the Prom Night sequels and 976 Evil 2. And I guess I'd have to go with the Prom Night sequels, honestly. Because, Part 2 is just great. Part 3 I remember being fun. And Part 4 is I remember being a fun slasher. So, put all those together in a nice box set. That'll be perfect. But 976 Evil 2, The Astral Factor, also great movie. Great movie. So I'm excited. I'm excited for all of it, to be honest. But the first one I'll watch is probably Prom Night 2. So. Well, I don't think they've not announced Halloween 50 yet, so it may not happen. I don't know. Who are the top 5 on your hope to meet in the future list? Oh, good question. Oh man. I don't know. Well, I've met so many people. See, if Jeremy were here, he'd rattle those 5 off in no time. Gosh. I don't know. Nothing's really... Kevin Bacon would be great to meet at a convention. Be great to have his signature on my Friday the 13th poster. He would be super expensive, though. He'll be at a convention eventually. There's no doubt about it. He'll be at a convention eventually, I think. I need to meet, oh gosh, what's his name? Reggie the Reckless. I need to meet him. I need to get him to sign my A New Beginning poster. I'm stumped. But those, I guess, would be my top two, maybe. I'm excited to meet a bunch of people that are on the Scarefest list this year. A lot of the Part 8 Jason Takes Manhattan people, of course. Well, I mean, like, Dario Argento would be cool to meet, but I think he very seldom does conventions. Drawing a blank beyond that. Hey, Go Seek Find, how are you doing? Well, thank you, Blink Eek. Thank you, appreciate that. Hey, we got Lord Brian here watching over on Twitch. How you doing, sir? Hope you are doing well. If you were able to write and direct your own movie, who would be your 3 must-have actors? Oh, goodness gracious. And thank you for being a subscriber for 8 months over on Twitch. Ooh, Gary Oldman would be probably number 1. What a chameleon. Eric Freeman would be in there, of course. Can you imagine an Eric Freeman, Gary Oldman buddy cop movie? Be incredible. Number 3. Let's see. Well, who's a good actress we can throw in there? We need some sexiness in there. What was the girl's name who was in the Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre, who Leatherface did that to? Remember her? I was in love with her for the longest time. She would be the 3rd. That'd be my movie right there. There you go. But I hope you're doing well, Brian. Boogie Manny, what's up? How are you? Flashpoint. No, I've not watched The Prophecy, just the Frankenheimer Prophecy. I've not watched that just yet. It has the greatest sleeping bag kill ever. Okay. I don't know. I think I bought it. I just haven't watched it yet. I would fly to Italy to meet. Yes, I would too. Yes, Peter Bark would definitely. Why hasn't Peter Bark been invited to a convention? That is a shame. That is a shame. Oh, David Arquette is going to be at Scarefest this year. I'm excited about the possibility to meet him. I think that would be cool. Patricia Arquette is doing conventions now. I'd love to meet her. Love, of course, True Romance is one of my favorite movies ever. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. She would be great to meet. So add those two to the list. You're watching Sirens and Kevin Bacon is in it. Okay. I do keep the boutique labels together in the collection. So, like, if that's how I categorize everything in my collection, is the label. So, yeah, definitely not doing alphabetical. Just by the label. Got my Scream Factory section, got my Arrow section, got my Vinegar Syndrome section, Severin, Synapse, second sight. That's how I keep them together. So, Shavar Ross. Yeah, how can I forget Shavar Ross's name? Yeah, it's because I'm not feeling well. Yeah. I'd like to meet him. He's one of the, I think I've met just about everybody from part 5, with the exception of the actress that was also in Psycho 3. I'd like to meet her, though. She was also in Sorority House Massacre 2. I would like to meet her, though. And the guy who was the halfway house owner, whatever. Not met him. I've seen, I think I saw that interview, Justin. Yeah, Kevin Bacon stated that his most requested photo to be signed is his arrow through the throat from the original Friday the 13th. Yeah. If you could go back in time, what movie would you love to see for the first time at the theater? God, that's such a good question. But like, what would it be? Well, I mean, like if it was Chainsaw, it would probably be more like a drive-in. It'd be great to watch Chainsaw at a drive-in in Texas in, 74. That would have been great. Or like watch Pieces in a 42nd Street grindhouse. That would have been fun. Or, Friday the 13th opening night. Yeah, there's a bunch. I would feed it. I guess you're talking about Peter Bark. The Changeling or Ghost Story? The Changeling. The Changeling. Yeah. Am I getting enemy territory from Arrow? I don't know. I don't know. I was at Texas Frightmare 2017 and a worker said the line for Dario Argento starts here. I got fourth in line and I didn't even know he was going to be there. Wow. Lucky you. Oh, Brad Dourif, yeah. I would love to meet Brad Dourif. Jeremy would love to meet Brad Dourif too. That'd be a big one for Jeremy to meet. Would be, yeah. I'm hoping Scarefest can get him. It probably won't happen this year, but hopefully next year they can get him, because Jeremy would love to meet Brad Dourif. Piz, you should have come to the Smoky Mountain Terror Convention this weekend. I would have liked to. It just didn't work out. I'm sure it was fun though. Who did you meet there, Brad? Sarah Michelle Gellar. Buffy would be cool to meet. Yeah, she'd be cool to meet. Linnea Quigley or Barbara Crampton? That's a tough one. I'd have to go Linnea. Almost pulled the trigger on meeting Kane Hodder last weekend, but it was the end of the day and $100 for a combo. Yeah. I had wanted to get him to sign something for me at Full Moon, but the price was so I passed. Not that I don't think he deserves $100. Which he might have been even more than that at Full Moon, honestly. It was in that neighborhood for sure. It was three figures. But you know, I don't know. I think, you know, which leads to a whole other discussion of like celebrities pricing themselves out of customers. Because like, I mean, you know, even if it was $20 less, I feel like you probably could have gotten a handful of more people to do it and made up for it. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Sometimes I think the celebs price themselves out, put it that way. When they could do more if they were a little less, and it would all work out about the same. So yeah, I heard about Peter Kwong from Big Trouble in Little China passing away. Yeah, that was sad. Yeah. Your friend displays his collection from his oldest to his newest. It's like a huge film timeline across his shelves. Damn. I applaud him, but I couldn't do that. The Jeremy birthday stream is going to be June 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So mark your calendars. I'll post the direct link to it. So if you just want to like bookmark that link or something. I'll pin it here for a second. So there it is. If you want to do it that way, I'll post it over here on Twitch too. Thank you all for 82 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. I'd appreciate that. My nephew met Brad Dourif and had him sign his Chucky doll with a Lord of the Rings quote. That's funny. Jeremy's got some Chucky stuff he could take him to sign. He's got the Chucky popcorn bucket. He's got a big Chucky figure or a big Chucky doll. So he's got some Chucky items he could take with him to meet Brad Dourif. I think Jeremy just likes kind of the photos because I'll frame the photos and put them on top of his dresser so he can see them. And I bought him one of those digital picture frames that you can load a bunch of pictures onto. So I loaded a bunch of pictures from conventions onto it and stuff. So that's like right next to his bed. Which movie character would you rather do you in, quote unquote? Satanico, Pandemonium, or Catherine Trammell, or TX, or Syl? Ooh, that's a tough list. You've got Salma Hayek, you've got Sharon Stone, Christiana Loken, or Natasha Henstridge. My word. Which one would I rather have do me in, quote unquote? It'd have to be Satanico. He was $100 for photo and signature at full moon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if it was 80, I think I would have been more inclined. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, again, I think, you lower the price just a little bit, you're probably going to get more people willing to do it. And it's going to even out. Or you may even make more. I don't know. Sergeant Slaughter was like $100 to do the Cobra. He charged $100 to put you in the Cobra clutch. Damn. Yeah, I saw that, Horror Orman. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rock stars at Horror Hound. There's going to be a lot of them, yeah. Met Dick Warlock, Bill Moseley, Felissa Rose, and Liana Liberato. They were all great, especially Felissa. She was so cool, yeah. Yeah, Felissa Rose is so nice. So nice. The only one of those people I've not met is Liana. What is she? What is Liana Liberato from? Does Jeremy still avoid cake? Yes. You can't pay that man to eat a cake. So for his birth, it'll be birthday tacos for his birthday. Indy and I actually worked the con today. It was our first experience working a show. It was actually pretty fun, but also stressful. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Fun and stressful. That sounds like a convention in a nutshell. Fun and stressful. Dream Emulator agrees with me about Salma. Yes. Yes.
Jan Man Chronicles says, Piz, you are a man of culture and taste, while the other choices are fine ones. Santanico Pandemonium is the only choice.
It's true. It's true. First time I met Kane was 20. I think that's how much he was the first time I met him too. Yeah. Yep. I remember those $20 days at conventions. Those are long, long gone. Although Rhonda Shear was like, I think 20 or 25 when I met her at Full Moon. So she's, and she couldn't have been nicer. Any thoughts on the Lamberto Bava set from Severin? I really like Delirium, so I'm thinking about possibly picking it up. Let me double check and see what all is in that. What all is in that box set? I've not pulled the trigger on it yet. I love Lamberto Bava, though. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that all of these films, they were originally supposed to be like TV movies, but of course it's Lamberto Bava, so they were extremely violent. Let me double check here. So you've got Eyewitness, School of Fear, The Man Who Wouldn't Die, and The Prince of Terror. Let me see here. I think I've seen Eyewitness, but I don't remember that much about it. But I mean, I do love me some Lamberto Bava. I've not pulled the trigger on this one yet. $73, 4-disc Blu-ray and CD box set. Yeah, in the late 80s, Lamberto Bava agreed to direct a 4-part anthology series for Italian TV under the title High Tension, but when executives saw the completed features, extreme themes, and graphic violence, their broadcast was blocked for nearly a decade. And they've only existed as gray market bootlegs since. Has anybody seen any of those movies? And there's another Lamberto Bava set coming out from somebody, right? Wasn't it from Cauldron? Let me double check here. I know I pre-ordered something from Cauldron, and I thought it was a Lamberto Bava thing. Oh, here it is. It's Brevido Giallo box. Yeah. And it's Lamberto Bava, and I think another director, right? Lamberto Bava. No, they're all Lamberto Bava films. So I've got that one pre-ordered. When is that thing coming out? I don't know. Liana Liberto is Quinn from Scream 6. Oh, the blonde woman. Okay. The daughter. Okay. Thank you, Keith. Can't wait for Jeremy's birthday stream. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I met Andrew Brynarski, but I didn't even know it was him until after I'd walked away. I was at a convention in New Jersey, and there was a big bearded biker looking guy outside smoking a cigarette. And I don't remember why I was outside, but I was wearing a Charles Bronson shirt, and he was like, "Hey, I love Charles Bronson." And so we talked very briefly about Charles Bronson, and then I turned around and came inside, and I was like, "Wait a minute, was that Andrew Brynarski?" And I looked back, and it was him. So I didn't even recognize him. He had long hair, long beard. He looked like a biker, like he was dressed like a biker outside smoking a cigarette. So I met him, but I didn't even know I had met him. Slasher. It's my favorite movie of the year so far. You pulled the trigger on the Bava set from Scream Factory? Yeah, I've got that one pre-ordered too. There's a lot of good movies in that Bava set that I don't own individually. There's a couple that I own individually, but all the movies in that set are really good. And more people need to know about Bava. You know, if there was no Bava, there'd be no Lamberto Bava, that's for sure. But I mean, no Dario Argento, no Lucio Fulci. The whole Italian horror scene probably wouldn't have happened without Mario Bava. Let's see. We've been going for a little over 2 hours now. Anything else on your all's mind? Anything else y'all want to discuss? And thank y'all for 92 likes on the stream. I appreciate it. Sound is glitching. Is it? Let me see. 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 Is it echoing? Let me see. I don't know. What's it doing? Let me know. My girlfriend thinks I'm nuts keeping my 4Ks with my Blu-rays. She thinks different formats should be kept separate. That will be problematic if we ever live together. I mean, do whatever you want with your own collection, man. However you keep them so that you know where things are. Do you, man. You do you. It buffered a little bit. Okay. Sounds fine. All right, cool. It cuts in and out every 5 seconds or so. Really? I'm not sure what's up with that. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about tonight? Any other questions? Anything else on your mind? It's probably Dream Emulator trying to like DDoS me or something. Would you stop? Like, what is your problem? It's not cool. Trying to have a fun stream here, and you're DDoSing me. Come on. Thanks for the stream. Hope Jeremy has a great birthday. My brother also shares the same birthday as well. Oh, okay. Well, happy early birthday to your brother. Yeah, Jeremy's excited. And we've got a lot of great stuff for him to unbox. A lot of generous people have sent him stuff, so he's going to be excited on the 4th. Again, mark your calendars for the 4th at 1 p.m. It's going to be a fun one. I got to figure out, because we need to have like a snack, like a birthday snack during the stream. But he doesn't do cake of any kind. A birthday cookie. He loves his cookies. Maybe I could get him like a cookie with like icing on, like a chocolate chip. Yeah, like the cookie cake. Maybe I'll try getting him one of those with icing on it. I don't know if he'd even eat the icing. It'd be an interesting test. So we'll see. Killer Pizza is about to watch City of the Living Dead for the first time. Enjoy. You're going to have fun. Have a good night, Piz. I hope your package arrives soon. The UPS is playing ping pong or something. Well, I certainly hope they're not. But yeah, man, thank you. Boogie Manny has sent me a little something special all the way from Texas Frightmare. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. Respect to the Godfather. Thank you. And yes, if you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. Thank you all for 94 likes. Very kind of you. Cookie is a great idea. Yeah, he loves big chocolate chip cookies. But like if I get any kind of icing or anything on it, I don't know. He may look at it like, oh, it looks like a cookie, but there's some cake-like stuff on it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to. It'll be an interesting experiment, I think, for his birthday. New picture-in-picture ad feature. I'm not familiar with that. What is my favorite boutique label? Arrow. Arrow's my favorite. Joey, you're watching Halloween Kills. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Three Stooges themed cookie cake. Now that would be cool. That would be cool. Jeremy does not like pie. No. I don't think he's ever tried pie. He probably would like it if he tried it, but again, it looks, I think it looks kind of like a cake a little bit. He's very picky about his food. And like when it comes to textures and stuff, he's picky. He's picky. So, but he will definitely have birthday tacos. I don't think there's any doubt about that. He'll have some birthday tacos at some point on his birthday. So, Silver Bullet watch along. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Well, it doesn't Silver Bullet take place on like the 4th of July? That'd be a good time to do it, I think. Always took Jeremy for a pie guy. Well, he likes the little Debbie's, like those kind of pie things. He used to like those at least. You know, like the apple pies and stuff, like the turnovers, whatever. He likes honey bun. He's a big honey bun guy. He likes Little Debbie's honey buns. He always grabs like 2 boxes of those. So he's got plenty of honey buns. Cobbler? No, I don't. He wouldn't touch cobbler. Wouldn't touch it. Boogie Manny, that's right. That's right. They've got the Jeremy and I did a review of those. The taquitos, the birthday. Yeah, that's a good idea. Those things are so good too. Oh my God. Jeremy and I did a review of those when they first came out. God, those things are so good. Oof. Oof. Chocolate pie? Maybe. Pudding? He used to eat those pudding pops back in the day. I don't know if he's ever had pudding, but he used to like the pudding pops back in the day. B-Day cinnamon sticks? He'd probably eat those. He'd eat the cinnamon sticks. I wish I had Jeremy's metabolism too, but I think he's getting a little bit of a pudge on him. He's getting a little bit of a gut on him. So that metabolism might be slowing down a little bit. I mean, he's getting up there in age, and that's what happens. Older you get, the slower your metabolism gets. So it hits us all. It hits us all. So let's see here. Just subbed to your channel recently. Well, thank you. Dark Room Reviews. Appreciate that. Pancakes or French toast? I don't. Ooh. Neither. I don't think he's ever had either. I've tried to get him to eat like eggs. Like he's a breakfast. He likes breakfast, but like he likes like biscuits and gravy. And sausage. Those are his go-to breakfast things. Biscuits and gravy and sausage. Put those honey buns in a waffle press. You could. A good pancake is a delicacy. It is. It is. So yeah, a good, really good French toast is too. Like you get some French toast, you get some of the that powdered sugar on there. You know what I mean? A crepe? Oh yeah, those are good. Those are good. I don't think he'd eat that though. I don't think he'd eat that. He's a simple guy. He likes his burgers, his tacos. He likes pizza. He likes ham, just plain old ham. He'll eat deli ham and turkey. He loves his green beans. He's a candy guy, of course, too. Loves his candy, his chocolates, and honey buns. That's his bag. That kind of stuff. He's a simple guy. Mashed potatoes. He likes mashed potatoes, too. Yeah. You guys are making my Ozempic fight my willpower. Can't argue with biscuits and... No, you can't argue with biscuits and sausage. You just can't. There's no way. And gravy. I mean, breakfast is not breakfast for me if biscuits and gravy are not involved. It's just not breakfast. Top 3 Tarantino films. Oof. Reservoir Dogs would be in there. Pulp Fiction would be in there. And Jackie Brown would be in there. That'd be my top 3. Jeremy's a culinary expert. Yeah, I mean, buttered sausage? No. I don't know. Rhode Island might have some good diners out that way. There were some good diners up in Jersey that did breakfast right. So I'm sure there's some diners out in Rhode Island that know what they're doing when it comes to breakfast. I don't trust that anyone outside of the South has good biscuits and gravy. I mean, biscuits and gravy are a Southern delicacy. They really are. And I mean, making good gravy is like an art. Because like bad gravy is just tastes like dishwater. Good gravy, thick gravy, that's, we got to stop talking about it. Whew. Man. People in here are going to have to be going and getting a double dose of Ozempic. We keep talking about it. We both know north of here, the biscuits and gravy fall off pretty hard. I mean, that the diner in Jersey that I remember going to was pretty good. Oh, and the Friday the 13th diner up there. Their breakfast was really good. I'm pretty sure I did biscuits and gravy up there too, and it was pretty good. You just watched Don't Go in the Woods Alone? Great stuff. Great movie. Boogeyman just licked his screen. I'm sorry, man. Sorry. Swade Persuade, you just saw Robert Englund at Niagara Falls Comic Con and took a photo op with him. Very cool. Very nice. Have you tried the new Beer Pringles chips? I might have some of those coming my way for a review with Jeremy. So we'll see. Beer Pringles chips. I'm not sure how Jeremy will take to those, but we'll see. I may have to hide the fact that they're beer flavored or whatever. They're whatever. Associated with beer in some way. And then after he eats them, be like, These are beer chips, and see what he says. Any good breakfast spots in Lexington? No, I don't really know any good breakfast spots. I do recommend going to Malone's for lunch or dinner. They've got some incredible steaks there. Best steaks I've ever had in my life at Malone's. They're expensive, but I mean, you're paying for good food. So if you guys haven't hit up Malone's, you should. Great steaks. Great steaks. But for breakfast, I can't help you there. I do not have the Arrow Psycho 4K collection. No. I've got the Blu-ray collection, but not the 4K. Yes, the theme song for Don't Go in the Woods. Awesome. Awesome stuff. All right, folks, we've been going for almost 2.5 hours tonight. I'm going to call it a night there. Let me do some shout outs here. Let's see. Shout out to Lord Brian and Games vs. Adam for hanging out with us over on Twitch. Shout out to Monster B for the $4.99. Shout out to Horror Fanatic for the $4.99. And shout out to Franco for the 10 PN. Appreciate that. And let's see who is still with me here on YouTube. We've got 99 likes. Can we get 100 likes before we shut things down here? Swade Persuade is still with us. We got Hillbilly Tech here. We got Jonathan, Mr. Bombastic here. We got Joe on the Run, Tyler, Movie Fan, Philip Workman, Sterling Archer. We got Brad. We got Dream Emulator, Boogie Manny, McHorror, Cluminix TV, Big Ideas 3, Tony, Richard, my buddy Chris, Slasher Home Video, David, Guy Tour. Let's see who else was with us here. My buddy Drew from the Real Feels podcast was here. Dark Room Reviews, Kevin Dudley. And that is as far as the chat will let me go. All right, but thank you all for hanging out. 105 likes. Thank you all. I appreciate that. But thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. Mark your calendars for June 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the Jeremy birthday stream. That's going to be a lot of fun. I got a bunch of videos coming out soon. I got some mask unboxings. I've got another a video similar to my favorite Vinegar Syndrome releases that'll be coming out soon. The Dark City Arrow Video Limited Edition 4K review. All sorts of other fun stuff. So have a great rest of your all's night, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Until then, peace.